What is happening in the training of large language models and essentially autoregressive models in general is when we have extremely large-scale web data and we compress it into these models, we see intelligence being created, we see generalization. And what has happened when we've compressed the internet, we've seen incredible understanding of language. We've seen things that computers could never do before, and it's unlocking a lot of these new categories. But we haven't seen great multi-step complex reasoning. They're useful at coding, and they can provide 20, 30% productivity boosts, but we haven't seen them to be able to build software like we do as humans. And the premise of that is that the web actually misses two massive data sources that are at that large scale, because models are incredible at learning, but they're far more inefficient than us. Magnitudes order more data is required. Now, the reason I'm starting out with this is because most data in the world at that scale is almost impossible to gather. The internet has taken quite a bit of time and a large number of people have built it up. And the data sets that are missing of the thought that went into the code that was created. It's data set number one. We don't give a task and instantly write code. There's actually reasoning and thinking before. And secondly, when we write code, if we would have hit enter to run that code, it would have given us an error potentially. We would have actually added statements. We would have run tests, and we would have gone back and forth. The reason I mention this is that coding is interacting with a deterministic system. It's not unlike learning how to play chess or how to play Go. You have to play the game to get feedback from when you're correct and when you're wrong. And this is really the insight around Poolside. When you have data and a skill that you're looking to learn that is deterministic, you can simulate it. Go back to 2016. This is what DeepMind did with AlphaGo. It managed to simulate its way out of itself by letting the AI play against itself. Elon, on the other end, had to put millions of cars on the road to gather real-world data to make highly capable full self-driving. The head fake in all of this is that coding is a lot more like playing Go because it's deterministic. And that's what allows us to essentially use compute to escape this data limitation and to build more capable models.